English band Thrashing Doves have released that song on 12-inch. It was produced by Gavin McKillop, who worked with Streetback and Hunters and Collectors, and mixed by Hugh Padgham, who's produced more top 10 albums than most of us have had hot breakfasts. The B-side of the single is Jesus on the Payroll, which seems to continue their very Catholic attitude, but it's also the better song. Look out for the album, Trouble in the Home. Kirsty MacColl is also someone who cares about trouble in the home, though if there was any in hers, we probably wouldn't have her new album, Kite. Produced by husband Steve Lillywhite, featuring a flock of star session players returning favours, Kite is a remarkably unepic record, which suits McColl's sharp pop perfectly. When reviewing this album, Q magazine termed Kirsty a female Elvis Costello. I wouldn't go that far, but certainly Kirsty MacColl shares Elvis's vision of 80s England, where even love songs are tempered by bitterness at the political situation. I spoke to Kirsty on the phone last week, and we talked about her return to the studio under her own power, and about her plans for the future. Was it a comfortable situation being produced by Steve?
Yeah, really, because you don't have to spend, you know, when you know someone that well, you don't have to spend an awful lot of time being diplomatic about what you want. And, you know, I'm a very impatient person. I like just getting in there, getting on with it and sort of cracking on. I don't like hanging around for 5 weeks getting a drum sound. It's not my idea of making music, you know. And Steve's very quick like that, and he also knows the sort of stuff I do and the way I hear it, so it's sort of much quicker than working with somebody, you know, a total stranger.
You don't like playing live either. Why is that?
I do like playing live, it's just that I don't have a regular band, which is why I haven't, you know, done a lot of it lately. I did some when I was sort of younger, which was pretty disastrous because I was under-rehearsed and I was too, you know, I was just very naive and I didn't realise kind of that, you know, I should have had it a lot more together. And I was terribly frightened of being on stage and, you know, kind of like the whole thing of having all these people looking at me, waiting for me to do something. It just seemed very odd, the whole thing. But then I did some touring with the Pogues, and that was pretty good. And it sort of gave me a taste for it, got me out and about, and kind of, I think I probably will tour with this album, but I'm going to wait till the autumn before I organise it.
You never know, she might even get this far down. Tonight's show seems to be full of old rock stars trying to resuscitate their careers, and one name that's sure to unleash waves of nostalgia or nausea is Carole King. I never owned Tapestry, but if I had $1 for every time I've heard it, I wouldn't be doing this for a living. City Streets sees Carole in good voice and backed by some big names, including Omar Hakim, Branford Marsalis and Eric Clapton, who appears in the clip we're about to play. It's the title track and pretty indicative of the album as a whole. Worth checking out if you didn't flinch instinctively at the mention of her name.